I had a question about one of the pieces. Let's see. The ruby statuette. That piece was found in a cathedral in the fertile fields of Elysium on the first layer, Amoria the Untroubled, where it bordered the river Oceanus. The name of the piece is not known, but the skill and craftsmanship are believed to be one of the most striking examples of gem crafting in the plains. The mere way in which the piece captures, distills, and enhances a light through its facets is part of its breathtaking wonder. It seems to bring to light the possible ideological connections between even the most evil and the purest beings in the multiverse. Fascinating. The statue of the Screaming Man. This statue is believed not to be the final fate of the Ethersarian sorcerer Gengroihiden. Attacked by a conclave of rival sorcerers at the height of his dream madness, he was imprisoned. Okay, I've heard that. It is said that the fury of the curse was enough to blister the flesh from the bones of those that heard it, and that it could even shatter the stones themselves. The Chitin's animate chain. The chain comes from the city of Jangling Hitter, the city of chains that hangs on Minaros, third layer of the plane of Bator. The chains there are the finest in the multiverse, but the inhabitants of Jangling Hitter are malicious and cruel, using the chains as living weapons against all that enter their city and violate their laws. Chitons move about the city of chains as spiders upon webs, adorned in chains woven tightly around their bodies. Chitons possess a powerful power known as the Gift of Chains, which allows them to manipulate chains with their minds. It is believed that my Galeria's chain was animated during a battle in which the chiton controlling it was slain with a cursed hammer, its life essence then passing into the chain itself. Let's see what that's about. A stained glass window found hovering on the third layer of Arcadia 32 years ago, foretelling a scene that had yet to occur. When the event came to pass, the images faded to leave what you saw behind. It is believed to have captured both the light and the darkness from the orb of night and day on Arcadia, then slowly release it, create a brief but slow fade of dawning and dusk, but only within the glass itself. Orb of night and day? Arcadia? Arcadia is a plane of peaceful order, also known as the land of perfect good. The orb of night and day is a sphere set in the top of Arcadia's highest peaks. Each half emits either light or darkness. The turning of the orb gives Arcadia its day and night. Okay.
Updated my journal.
All of them are chipped from the great magical sheet of black infinite ice that rests in the black belly of the plane of Orcanthus. Ivana pauses, tapping her chin. It is said that this sheet of ice is the final destination of the river Styx, and that the recollections of all that have plunged into the Styx's memory-destroying waters still lie frozen within the ice. If the waters of the Styx destroy one's memories, would this ice from Orcanthus do the same? I can only assume so, yes. Good thing I asked. Okay, battle horn. Ah, the cleansing horn. A horn of beaten lead, metal drawn directly from the cube of Echeron. It is said that the cleansing horn last sounded when the companies of the Jackal and the Gouged Eye clans met for their battle at the disputed lands. Legends tell that this horn's power was used near the battle's end to draw the floating cubes together, crushing the routing company of the Jackal before it could escape. Acheron is a place of harshly enforced order, where conformity is more important than good. It is composed of giant metallic cubes which float through an endless void. Many cubes are large enough that cities or entire kingdoms have been built upon their faces. Fair enough. Grey Hag of Voinos. I knew it! This is said to be a portrait of Ravel Puzzlewell, very likely the most evil hag to have ever terrorized the Grey Waste and beyond. What do you know of Ravel Puzzlewell? She is a night hag, one of the eldest Grey Sisters of the Wastes, who came to Sigil many centuries ago to pursue arcane experiments. It was believed that the experiments were against the lady's will, and that Ravel was thus banished from Sigil, imprisoned within one of the lady's mazes on the ethereal, where her body rests to this very day. Ravel was said to have been a master of riddles and puzzles, but it was believed that one riddle, one question in particular, was said to have plagued the ancient night hag. What can change the nature of a man? She issued a challenge to any who were interested. She promised to instruct any who came to see her in her craft, if they could only answer the question to her satisfaction. If they could not, they consented to be her next meal. Many died coveting Ravel's teachings, and it is believed that until her final hours in Sigil, Ravel never discovered the answer to her question. Ravel's crime was believed to be some means of trying to shatter the cage, trying to crack open Sigil itself for some unknown reason. That is all I know of her. Okay, what else could I find? Is there anything else, maybe? The library sounds interesting. I know very little about this piece. It simply arrived on the doorstep of my galleria one day, swathed in black cloth and labeled "From the Citadel." One knowledgeable patron hypothesized that it might be some great sorcerer's fortress, suspended within a demi-plane of their own creation. Interesting. So I think that covers most everything I care about. So, real quick, can I touch it? The chain is slightly warm to the touch, as if it were alive. You notice that various barbs, tiny hooks, needles, and other small, sharp bits are welded along the chain's length. Okay, I think that covers everything I'm interested in here. Now, where's the exit? Jeez, and I thought... Okay, come on, I know I saw the door.
Done.
Come on, where is it? Please tell me I'm not stuck in here. I'd hate to be stuck in here. Oh, there it is. Can't win. But I have what I need. So the next question is there anything I want to wrap up before? Where have I seen that name? Oh. Never mind. Well, I'm pretty sure that I have seen that around. So I can't deliver the box to Quattro because I have no idea where that is. I can go over to the smoldering corpse, and I might want to anyway. I was planning on going by the smoldering corpse anyway. So I think at this point, I'm probably going to spend a decent amount of time just resolving quests that I do have so that I can go after Ravel. My understanding is that after I take care of that, things are about to get things get more interesting. I don't want to say any more than that, though, because that's all I really know, if I'm being honest, but...
All right.
Now, who do I need to deliver them to? Barkus. Okay.
All right.
These guys look friendly. Wonder what's back here.
All right. Done.
This once functional door is now nailed shut and barred on the inside to protect against thieves. Okay, nothing too interesting there. There we are. When I first spoke to you, you said "you again." What did you mean by that? Yeah, you again. You got a hearing problem or something? You were in here about 15 years ago, got all bumped up, smashed up the place, and left a pile of coin that wasn't enough to pay for the damages. So you plucked out your own bleeding eyeball and tell me you'll be back to reclaim it when you got 200 coins together. With 15 years of interest, you got about 500 coins. You got the jink, pal. I got your eyes. Alright, let's see what that looks like, because I don't know if it'll do me any good, but... Alright. Wait. He produces a darkened, wax-stoppered, wide-mouthed bottle from his pocket. You hear the sound of liquid sloshing around inside it, along with a heavier, squishier noise. Open it. The stench of some sort of preservative agent nearly makes you gag. Floating in the viscid muck is an eyeball. You'd better figure out what you want to do with that now. Now that you've exposed it to the air, you might as well put a pickled egg in the jar for all the good it'll do you now. Make up your mind, Cutter. Pickled egg or not. With a moment's hesitation, you reach into your socket and pop your eye into the palm of your hand. The bartender helpfully severs the optic nerve and directs your hand to the jar of goo that sits on the bar. You deposit your eye in the preservative, wrap your fingers around the old one, and slide it into your empty socket. The pain of this entire operation is incredible. After a moment, though, you can feel the optic nerve reattaching itself to this new eye. and suddenly you are hit by the flash of memory. A vast, expansive, chaotic, ever-changing wasteland stretching before you. A group of humanoid vultures plummeting toward you, cruel weapons ready to strike, and your own shining blade clutched tightly in your fist. Three tops? That's odd. In the colors of an enemy you can't quite place. Long daggers glisten in their hands, and the light glints cruelly from their exposed teeth. You glance at your scarred hands and know that soon they'll be covered in blood. An enormous frog-like creature comes bounding over through under chaos stuff, headed for you with a mouthful of teeth. You hurl your javelin through the shifting adder and pin the creature to a sudden stone plinth. You have recalled some of your lost fighting skill. Guildspur the Auctioneer wanted you to post this handbill. Guildspur, eh? Let me take a look at that. He takes the handbill from you and looks it over. He frowns at it and says, "Alright, tell him I'll put it up. Anything else you want?" So... that's a thing, I suppose. So, let's go figure out if there's... well, do I want to go running around the hive to maybe find Amory's? I'm not entirely sure where I would find her. Like, how much gold do I have? 4,000. Sounded odd.
This is one of Fell's studios, is it not? I have long wanted to meet him.
Well, now's your chance. Fell turns to face you as you approach. He folds his arms into his sleeves and waits. Tattoo of the Sensates. +3 to lore skill. Okay, that's useful. +1 to damage with all attacks. Oh, that's useful. And cheap. Let's go for it. Bone Singer. Okay. Saving Grace. Some of Fall from Grace's presence must be rubbing off on you, for this tattoo allows you to steady your thoughts and take events from a calm perspective, allowing you to gain more experience from your encounters. Furthermore, this tattoo helps calm the mind and allows you to control your impulsiveness, panic and harness your adrenaline rush to shrug off spells, paralyzation, and any other attacks that rely on chance to pierce your defenses. Yep, sounds good to me. I'll take a couple of good tattoos. Alright, what does that put my statistics at? Not bad. Is that because I've got a modifier on it? Probably. Yeah, charisma's still not too great, even after all the buffing I've put onto it between getting the scars removed and a few other things. Fall from Grace, can you translate for me? Yes, of course. He mentions that he'd met me before. Does he know how I died? Shadows. Shadows? The three symbols swirl above each other, each leaving a faint black misty trail about them. They take on a ragged edge, like teeth and talons, and multiply. When there were 3, there's 9. 9 becomes 27, until the room is a swarm of shadows. Many shadows, they stream from the darkness, swarmed you, then left you to die. They'll set them in... okay. Doesn't know why they attacked you. Well, is there any other tattoo I want to nab? Probably not. But I think I've gotten almost everything taken care of from that. So, what else can I do? Okay. It looks like apart from finding Amory's, there's not much else I really want to do. So, actually I might as well just go resolve the quest, well, resolve the Auctioneer's quest, then go and take care of other things. And of course there are harlots everywhere. Because of the hive, apparently. Or whatever you want to call it.
Alright. Alright.
Once again, you come to me once again. There must be something I can do for you that my brother Darren cannot, eh? The bill is posted at the smoldering corpse. That I have no more jobs for you, my friend. You have my thanks.
Updated my journal.
Alright, I guess it just shows that I took care of that. Alright then, let's go to the Civic Fest Hall, get the keys to Dolores' heart, and then figure out what the heck is going on. Merriman squints up at you. Well, have you something that will wipe my mind of these accursed memories? I certainly hope that you haven't returned without... You'll never get the keys to Dolores' heart that way. Here, take this mud. It holds a dark bird of Orcanthus, a sliver of ice from the river Styx. It should wipe your memory clean. Merriman takes the mug and removes a piece of paper from his pocket. He tilts the mug back and takes the ice into his mouth. It melts instantly, leaving him with a somewhat startled expression. Merriman?
Updated my journal.
Merriman looks about at you, confused, then at the paper in his hands. He reads aloud, Congratulations, Merriman. You've begun again. Thank the man in front of you and give him the keys in your pocket. Speak to Splinter, the man at the door to this building, for more information. He looks at you again. Well, it would seem I owe you thanks, good sir. Here, take this key. I better find this Splinter fellow and find out what's going on. Thanks, Merriman. Good luck. Alright, there's Dolores' keys. Alright, let's go take care of that.
I must rest.
Okay, I guess we're resting while we're here. Be right back. Okay, let's talk to Delora. Dolores' eyes flash as she sees you. Did you find him? Has he agreed to return the keys to my heart? Yes, I have the keys to your heart. Here they are.
Updated my journal.
At last! As she takes the keys from your grasp, her hand brushes against yours. Her skin is dry, but icy to the touch, like cold metal. These will be of great use to me. I thank you. Of course, Delora. I had some questions. Of course. I will answer what I can. I was hoping to learn more about your nature. Delora blinks. Merriman never told me much regarding my construction. I know little of the inner workings of my body, much as you likely know little of yours. Outwardly, though, I am a human woman in all respects, save for the texture and temperature of my flesh. Does that satisfy your curiosity? What about your mind, your emotions? Its functions are as much a mystery to me as any human's. When I first came to this place, I did not understand emotions, nor have any of my own. I have feelings now, though I am only beginning to understand them. What do the keys do exactly? I can only assume that Merryman made the keys so that there would be no risk of me drawing away from him before he had tired of his experiment. Now that they are in my possession, I am free to develop and possess my own emotions. How does your mind work? You do have emotions, then? Its functions are as much mystery. Okay, fair enough. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute?
My journal.
Yes, her name is Ecco. Her voice, and in fact her every means of communication, was stolen and destroyed. Ecco's words once wooed away the paramour of the god-like Paramisha. Paramisha, in a jealous rage, tore away Ecco's voice, sealed it within a crystal vial, and hurled it into in a what? In a Megagogalam Madraga? And a Megagogalam Draga's maw? What is that? What are all these weird words? Ugh. You get something like Merryman and suddenly Megogala Supercalifragilistic Expialidocious? Ecco's voice is forever lost to her. Only another, new voice could return to her, the ability to communicate once more. I know this because I spoke to Parmisha's Parmer myself once. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? I know that she was, or is, should she still be numbered among the living, a night hag of great power and inestimable evil. The Lady of Pain banished her to an extra-dimensional prison for crimes against the city of Sigil. You would do well to speak to Yves of her. She knows a great many tales, and can likely tell you Ravel's. So I need to... Let's see if I can go find where Ecco went. Maybe I can get some information out of her now.
I'm gone. All right.
Also, what is going on outside my room? It sounds like there's either a bunch of planes flying formation or thunder. I'm not sure which. There you are. Greetings again. The woman nods and smiles briefly. The scent of her hair... Okay, blah blah blah. May I ask why you can't communicate? Was your voice stolen?
My journal.
She nods vigorously, clasping her hands together and smiling at you. Do you know of any way to get your voice back? She shakes her head. her face wrought with frustration. She suddenly looks at you pleadingly, as if expecting an answer. I'll need to know your name to ask about your voice. Is it Ecco?
Updated my journal.
I'll try to find a way to return your voice.
Updated my journal.
Okay, that'll be fun. So, how would I... How exactly do I go about this? I was not prepared to... Well, I don't have the answer to that, so I guess that's probably a good thing, all things considered.
Yes? Yes?
I wonder... Actually, I'm pretty sure...
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Let's see. I could use some advice. What do you think we should do next? Well, here's how I see things. Well, Ravel got mazed. Still, there's probably some key in some portal that could take us there if you still want to go. Do you know where the key to her maze could be?
Updated my
No,
journal.
I mean, no idea. I mean, a piece of Ravel? That could be anything from one of her dried-out words to a work of art she did, or some dribbling from her lips. It's too vague. Still, I'm betting someone in the clerk's ward has to know something about how to snag a piece of that barmy witch. Failing that, we could check the sensory stones in the fest hall. Maybe one of those stones could tell us something of use. Okay, that's how they're supposed to point me to the sensory stones. Okay. Do you know where I could find a portal to her maze? Beats me, Chief. There's tons of portals in Sigil. I'd say try the fest hall. I doubt it's there, but one of the sensory stones might be able to tell us something. Failing that, I say we forget all this running around and get us someone to make us a portal.
What is your will?
There are things I would know, Dakon. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so I'm not getting anything out of that. I kind of want to ask Fall from Grace about our companions, but I have a feeling that would spark Anna's rage.
Done.
Well, let's see if I can get anything else going. I wonder. Well, I think probably the best... Well, if we're going to be doing anything, I think the best place to start... Actually, wait, I want to talk to Yves, actually, now that I think of it. To see if she reconciled with...
I'm gone.
Her mother and all that fun stuff.
I'm gone.
Greetings again. Have you come to trade tales? Have you spoken to your mother lately, Yves? I have. Thank you. My pleasure. Let's see... Actually, I wonder if I can trade any more tales. Tell her the story of Farad. Yves leans forward as you tell the tale of the fall of Farad. She seems to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles at you. I shall remember this tale, and now I have one for you. Once came a man who had experienced the most beautiful thing in the multiverse. It was his intention to place the experience within one of the Civic Fest Hall sensory stones. Magical devices which held feelings and memories for an eternity, leaving them for others to partake of. But he thought about it. Wouldn't its being shared dilute the experience? So he held it to himself, precious thing that it was, and aged with the memory. But as he aged, the memory became tarnished and beaten, and he could no longer recall the glory of the experience. Fall from Grace, do you have a story to trade? Grace turns to Yves. I have no story that I wish to share with you today, Tail Chaser. I cannot let you exhaust my library before I can find more stories.
All
Okay.
right, done.
So it looks like that turned out alright. Fair enough.